Hello friends, welcome back. Welcome to this question paper analysis of taxation paper. So this is your last paper in your group 1 CA Inter. I hope this paper went fantastic and your group went fantastic, and I hope to see you all doing articleship maybe after 3 months. You will be all doing articleship, clearing both the groups. So quickly I'll do one thing. I'll go through the entire question paper. We'll discuss the MCQ completely, and then the descriptive practical questions which are there. I will just go through those points. So MCQ discussion we'll do completely, and we'll go through all the points which are covered under descriptive and practical questions. So now, without wasting your time, because your time is very precious, there may be some students who are preparing for the next group. So we will straight away start the discussion. But I hope you enjoyed writing this paper. Now, what my personal point is with respect to this question paper, sir, more than your descriptive and practical point, no, your MCQ questions would have taken much time, because I personally felt while going through the MCQ, there were around 3-4 MCQs which wanted you to give time, or which wanted you to understand the question properly. So apart from that, there were only straightforward MCQ questions. Now let us straight away start the discussion. Now, as I always tell my students, and I have also told in my previous exam during the previous class and all my normal classes, I tell that whenever you are reading an MCQ, whenever there is a case study based question, always start with the questions which are there. So first read the question. Then based on the question, you start reading the case study, so that your answering will, your mind will start working and looking only for what is asked in the question. So what have they asked? Moria and company will require to retain the books of accounts and other records till what date? As I told you, section 36 is an important section. They have asked a question on section 36. Determine the gross amount of TDS which is required to be deducted. No problem, very easy. So this is with respect to your section 51. And in respect of excess claim of ITC under IGST, the firm would be liable to pay interest. How much interest they are required to pay for excess claim of input tax credit? Okay, let us read this point. And this is altogether a separate question. Let us read the question. Now, what do they say? Maurya and company. I have received some. Anant, I have already done the solution in okay, ulta pulta they have done. Maurya, just a second students, just a second. Okay, so the question paper, the analysis of the question paper which I use for doing in that, no, this point was case number 2. So I was confused. Why is there a mistake? Okay, let us see. Maurya and company is registered under GST and is engaged in textile manufacturing business in state of Tamil Nadu. Okay, for the financial year 17-18, the due date of furnishing the annual return GSTR 9 for 17-18 was 7th of February 2020. Yes, but their accountant submitted the same on 7th of March 2020. No appeal or revision or investigation was faced by these people for this period. No problem. They supplied dhotis and saris to various state government during the March month. So during the March month, they have supplied some things to government. Supplied saris worth 2,80,000 including GST. So this amount is including GST. So I will have to exclude GST. When I exclude GST, what will I have to do, sir? 2,80,000 into so just a second. 2,80,000 I'll have to do 2.8 lakhs into 100 divided by 112. Which will give us how much, sir? 2.5 lakhs is your amount before tax. So tax amount is how much, sir? Tax amount is here supplied in same state. So 15,000 is CGST, 15,000 is SGST. Supplied dhotis worth rupees 3 lakhs excluding GST to the state government of Tamil Nadu. So to the government of Tamil Nadu. So first sarees also he supplied to the government of Tamil Nadu. Then he supplied dhotis also to the government of Tamil Nadu. How much were dhotis, sir? 3 lakhs into 6%. Why, sir, 6%? This will come to 18,000 rupees because they are in same state. And he supplied saris and dhotis to government of Andhra Pradesh. So he supplied to the government of Andhra Pradesh for the new year, valued at rupees 3,50,000 rupees, including GST. So amount excluding GST will come to 3,12,500. And on this, IGST is required to be charged how much, sir? 37,500 rupees. Now, during the month April 24, the firm made wrong availment of input tax credit of 1 lakh rupees. So IGST wrongly they have availed 1 lakh rupees. During the time period starting from excess availment up to the reversal, the balance in the credit ledger was 70,000, 20,000 and 20,000 respectively. The firm identified the wrong availment and reversed the ITC. Now see, what is the question? First question telling till what time is he required to maintain books of accounts. What is the provision telling? The books of accounts are required to be maintained from the due date of filing return plus 72 months or 6 years. The due date of filing return was 7th of February 2020. So 6 years I will add 7th of February 2026. Till this date he is required to maintain the books of accounts. So answer to question number 1 is point number C. Gross TDS which is required to be deducted. How much TDS is required to be deducted, sir? How much TDS is required to be deducted over here? So supply made to the government of Tamil Nadu. So there is contract number 1, contract number 2 and contract number 3. Now what is the provision telling? TDS is required to be deducted only if the contract value is more than 2.5 lakhs. In first case, the contract value is exactly 2.5 lakhs. And please note, tax amount should be excluded while calculating this. So TDS will not be deducted on this. TDS will be deducted on this 3 lakh plus 3,12,500. So total comes to how much, sir? 3 lakh plus 3,12,500. Total comes to 6,12,500 and the rate of TDS is 2%, which comes to 12,250 rupees. This is the answer for second question. 12,250 rupees is the answer for second question. I really appreciate what our institute is doing because you are not able to understand what I am trying to say because maybe you would have discussed with your friends, so you know this. MCQ, arrangement of MCQ is also different. Arrangement of question is different plus arrangement of MCQ is also different. If you see the same question in the material which I have, okay, I'll just show it to you. The material which I have, it is question number, okay, ignore, question number 2, and then the MCQ questions are also interchanged. Anyways, in respect of excess claim of ITC under IGST, how much of what is required to be paid, sir? In excess availment of ITC, what is the interest which he has to pay? Now option number B is the right answer. He does not have to pay any interest at all. Why, sir? There was an amendment which said if you take any excess input tax credit and if from the date of taking the credit till the date of reversal, if the total credit which you had, total credit in the sense what, sir? Your IGST, CGST and SGST, the total amount which was there in your credit ledger is more than whatever excess ITC you have claimed, then no interest is required to be paid. So the answer for this is what, sir? Nil. So this is the answer for first 3 questions. Very easy question. Very easy question. I hope you would have got the 6 marks in first 3 MCQ. Then next question says, Alpha Wave Industry, a registered person dealing in supply of taxable goods all over India, having an aggregate turnover of 6.75 crores, is required to issue a tax invoice with HSN code. So because the turnover is more than 5 crores, they are required to give 6-digit HSN code. So the right answer will be what, sir? 6 digits for goods supplied to registered as well as unregistered person. So irrespective of whether you are making B2B supplies or B2C supplies, you have to give 6-digit HSN code. Now please note, the option in your question paper may be different. I don't know which question, I don't know what is the series of question, the actual, but you just see the right answer, okay? Mrs. Padmini, a renowned Kathak artist, fantastic. A registered person under GST law provides you the following information. Fee collected from teaching Kathak because she is Padmini. Padmini means what, sir? Individual. This will be exempt. Any services given by way of coaching or coaching in recreational activity of art and sport is exempt. So this Kathak comes under art, therefore it is exempt. Received from TV channel for appearing as guest taxable. Performance of Kathak dance, if it was to 1.5 lakhs exempt, but it is more than 1.5 lakh, therefore taxable. Received from performance of fusion dance, this is also taxable. What is the value of taxable supplies, sir? This plus this plus this. How much is the total value of taxable supplies? It is 6,70,000 rupees. Case number 2, Mr. Anant. Okay, before reading the case, now here this is a question on income tax law. This is an income tax question. Fantastic question. I personally like this question because it involves, there is some connection with GST on this question. Mr. Anant is a traditional farmer who has inherited 35 acres of rural agriculture. This is all story. Rural agriculture land, which is around 20 kilometers from the nearest town. He is cultivating 15 acres paddy. He is cultivating 10 acres. He is cultivating growing sugar, and which he sells to nearby sugarcane. And in remaining area, he is cultivating mulberry leaves. And part of mulberry leaves is used to feed silkworm and obtaining silk cocoons and selling these silk cocoons in the market. During the year 23-24, Mr. Anant got 4 lakh rupees from paddy, which is agricultural produce, 3.5 lakh rupees from sugarcane, again agricultural produce, 75,000 from sale of mulberry leaves, again agricultural produce. He carried out silk production using his mulberry leaves worth rupees 50,000, and selling this silk cocoons by spending 2 lakh got 3,75,000. So 3,75,000 is what is his sale value of silk cocoons. He spent 2 lakh rupees and 50,000 rupees respectively for this cultivation. Now, what is the first question which they are telling? Before giving you the answer for first question, we all know there is no doubt in case of paddy, the entire income is agricultural income. There is no doubt in case of sugarcane, entire income is agricultural income. And there is no doubt in case of mulberry leaves also, entire income is agricultural income. Now, what is this mulberry leaves, sir? Mulberry leaves are leaves which is fed to the silkworms. They are actually fed to silkworms, and using this silkworms will give silk cocoons. They are going to give silk cocoons. Now the question over here is production of, he carried out production mulberry silkworm production using mulberry leaves. So whatever silkworm production he has done, or whatever silk cocoons he has sold in the market, silk cocoons which is there, which he has sold in the market, which is used to make silk, etc., whether that is agricultural activity or not agricultural activity. Now here in your income tax material, they are not referring to this point. But if you see your GST law, under GST law, under exemptions, there is a provision with respect to sericulture. There is an agricultural exemption, etc. Over there, they say sericulture is also treated as agricultural activity. What is sericulture? Sericulture means your cultivation of silkworm, or you're making silk cocoon using silkworm, that is called as sericulture, and that is also treated as agricultural activity. Now in this question, whatever income he has generated, everything will fall under the category of agricultural income. It will all fall under the category of what, sir? Agricultural income. Now, so what is the right answer, sir? Sale of sugarcane 3.5 lakhs, paddy 4 lakhs will constitute as agricultural income. Yes, that is true. Paddy income alone is exempt. No, this is not true. A sale of mulberry leaves amounting to 75,000, paddy income of 4 lakhs, sugarcane income of 3,50,000 will constitute agricultural income. Yes. Paddy income of 4 lakhs, sugarcane income of 3,50,000, and sale of mulberry leaves of 1,25,000, they will all constitute agricultural income. So what is the right answer for this question, sir? The right answer is this point. The right answer is this point, because 4 lakhs is sold by him. Then sugarcane income 3,50,000 is sold. Sale of 75,000 mulberry leaves he has done, and he has used 50,000 for what purpose, sir? He has used 50,000 for making what? For making silk cocoons. So all this will fall under the category of agricultural income only. Then the amount of 3,75,000 being sale proceeds from silk cocoon to cooperatives will constitute as agricultural income. Yes, this is true. Sale of now see, the point over here is this option is also correct, this option is also correct, and this option is also correct. Now which option should I select, sir? This, because this is the best option. Now if you're reading, no, this option is wrong, because they say that only is an agricultural income. Here they are referring only to 2 incomes. Here they are referring to 3 incomes, but 1 income they have excluded. And lastly, they give all the 4. They are talking about all the 4 incomes. So we are selecting the best option out of 3 options. So here I felt that this question is little tricky, because this is also true. This is also true. A and B are true. D is also true. And the best option is what, sir? D. The amount of 3,75,000 from being sale of cocoons to silk cooperative society is agriculture income. Sale of mulberry leaves 75,000 is not an agriculture income, which is wrong. Net income from production of silk cocoon 1,75,000 is exempt from tax, being an agriculture income. Net income from silkworm 1,25,000 will not be treated as agricultural income. So the right answer is what, sir? Option number what, sir? Amount of 3,75,000 being sale proceeds from silk will constitute agricultural income. The right option is option number A. The right option is C. Please note, this is also right. The net income is treated as agricultural income, or the total receipts is treated as agricultural income. It does not matter. It does not matter because you cannot claim any expense benefit. Agricultural income is anyways exempt. When income is exempt, the question of how much is exempt, what is not exempt does not arise at all. And in last case, the answer would be the entire agriculture income of Anant is 12 lakh rupees, which will include. Now here, the best option would have been 9,75,000, or I'll just tell you what is the best option. But since this is not there, that option was not there. Net cocoon income they should have taken, because that option is not there. The second best option, because that option is not given at all, this is the right answer. Entire agriculture income is 12 lakh rupees. Then case number 3, Mr. A transferred a house property to his wife in 23-24 for inadequate consideration. So here the provisions of deemed owner is coming. She received a rent of 2 lakh rupees letting out of the property and spent 4,800 as municipal taxes, deposited the amount in bank and received interest of 15,000 rupees. Now answer what, sir? The income of rent and interest will be charged to tax in whose hands will it be taxed, sir? Rental income and agriculture income. Now the rental income is 2 lakh rupees. This is your gross annual value. Subtract municipal taxes of 4,800. You will get some amount. Okay, you will get some amount. From that you are supposed to subtract 30% standard deduction. So then your income from house property will come to 1,36,640 rupees. This is your income from house property. This will be your income from house property. Now here, this income from house property will be taxable. It will be clubbed in the hands of Mr. A, and 15,000 will be taxable in the hands of wife only. So option number D is the right answer. If Mrs. A invests this rent amount in a business and incurs a loss of 20,000, okay, rental income. Now please note, he gave the property, correct? So the income from property was clubbed in the hands of Mr. A. Now what Mrs. A does with this money is none of whose business, sir? It is none of Mr. A's business. It is not what A should be concerned of. So she invested in business and she incurred a loss of 20,000 rupees. No problem. It is her headache. And she has other business income of 4 lakh rupees. The income of rent and business is chargeable to tax in the hands of, so 1,36,000 is the rental income, which will be taxable in the hands of Mr. A, and Mrs. A business income will be 4 lakh minus 20,000 rupees, which is 3,80,000 rupees. So option number B is the right answer. I don't know what is the option in your question paper. You just have a look into that. If Mr. A transfers the above property for inadequate consideration with an agreement to live apart. So if you are transferring the property to spouse for an inadequate consideration, and if you have an agreement to live apart, then the clubbing provision shall not apply. Then the rental income as well as the house, the interest income will be taxable in the hands of Mrs. A. Mr. A clubbing provision, Mr. A, in the hands of Mr. A nil, Mrs. A rental income as well as income from other sources is 15,000 rupees. So that is the answer. Question, option number B is the right option in my sheet which I have. AMT provision is not attracted for whom? AMT provision is not attract to those people who are following default tax regime. Those people who are paying tax under default tax regime, no, for them AMT provision is not applicable. So AMT provision, individual HUF BOI paying tax under default tax regime, for them AMT provision is not applicable. Then Raju earned 25,000 rupees from lottery, 10,000 rupees from betting, and 50,000 rupees from online money games, and lost 5,000 rupees. I don't care if you are losing from card games, etc. What is the amount of tax which he has to pay? He has to pay 30% tax, and whatever money he has lost, he cannot subtract that. And will they get basic exemption limit for casual income, sir? No. Answer is no. If you remember, in the notes we have written a note. Normally basic exemption limit is available for slab rate income, and if slab rate income is not there, then it is available for income taxable at special rates except casual income. So the right answer will be 30% tax on 25,000, 10,000, 50,000, and adjustment of unexhausted basic exemption limit is not permissible. Option number C is the right answer. Mohan Raj, oh, this is a beautiful question again. This is the first question in my material, RMN1. Mr. Mohan Raj of Kerala is an unregistered person, okay, deals with supply of cosmetic items within Kerala. He ordered an iPhone for his son. Now, before reading the question, let us read the, okay, he ordered an iPhone for his son, who is studying in Pune, Maharashtra, from an online electronic commerce operator located in Delhi. He gives his Kerala address, very important. An unregistered person is giving an address. He is giving an address. What is the address which is given by him? He is giving the address of Kerala. If you give Kerala address, what will happen, sir? If you are giving Kerala address NIH, what will happen, sir? The provisions of section 10 subsection 1 clause CA of IGST Act will be applicable. Your billing address will be taken as place of supply. And his son's hostel is in Maharashtra, where the delivery has happened. Though the goods are going over there, I don't care where goods are going. The supplier in Delhi dispatched the order from Karnataka. Now, I don't care where the goods are dispatched from. That is also not relevant. He applied for registration under GST law in the name of Mohan Raj and Company, a proprietor concern, and got registered in the state of Kerala. So later he applied for registration. During the month of June, he purchased goods valued 5 lakh rupees for making further supplied, out of which 2 lakh was gifted to his daughter. So he can take input, he cannot take input tax credit on 2 lakhs. He can take input tax credit only on 3 lakh rupees. He supplied stock valued 1,50,000 to, so this is his purchases, 1,50,000 to an unregistered buyer in Kerala. So 1.5 lakhs is his sales, on which he has to pay the taxes. Mohan Raj paid 10,000 rupees towards rent to a local municipal corporation for shop taken on rent at bus terminal. On this, RCM provision is applicable if you are taking on rent and you are a registered person. If you are taking, municipal corporation is falling under the category of local authority, and if you are a registered person, you will have to pay tax under reverse charge. He had paid a rent of 20,000 for his residential house, which is taken on rent in Kerala. This was used for his personal purpose. So here RCM will not apply. Here RCM is not applicable because residential no, just a second. Now, so here what is happening, sir? Residential property is rented for residential use, except where it is rented to a registered person. Since it is rented to whom, sir? A registered person, the provisions of reverse charge will be applicable, and this is an amended provision. This is an amended provision. All the amounts given are exclusive of taxes. Rate of GST is 6% on goods and 9% on services. What is the answer? In respect of iPhone, what is the place of supply, sir? The place of supply will be the billing address which he has given, that is Kerala. Determine the value of outward supply including RCM. So he has sold goods worth rupees 1,50,000 and RCM is how much, sir? RCM is 10,000 rupees plus 20,000 rupees. Sir, why, sir, 10,000 and 20,000? Which is with respect to these two items, which will come to 1,80,000 is the right answer for this question. Amount of ITC that can be claimed by Mohan Raj for the month of June, including RCM. How much ITC can he claim, sir? On his purchases, he can claim into, which is the rate, what is the rate? 6%. Have they asked the breakup? Yes, CGST, SGST. So 3 lakh into 6%. 3 lakh into 6% comes to 18,000 rupees. Then he can claim ITC on 10 plus 2, 30,000 into 9%. Into 9%, 2,700, 20,700 is the right answer. The right answer for this is what, sir? 20,700 rupees. So I think, yeah, this is all about your MCQ questions. I hope you have got the right answers for MCQ, and I hope you have done it properly only. Only MCQ which I found was tricky was this agricultural income MCQ, because I mean all the points, almost all the points were similar only. Now this in section A, which is your practical questions, which comes for your 70 marks. The first question which is there, this is your textbook question. So in your total income chapter, this question was there. Obviously it is not exactly same, but it is almost same. Almost same to same question. I think Care and Care Company Limited, I don't know the name of that question, but then yeah, so here they are saying that he is working in a hospital called as Care Hospital Private Limited, but in the textbook it is Care and Care Limited, something like that is there. Exactly same question they have, exactly, instead of same, exactly similar question they have given in the examination. So I think there should be no problem in this question. And here the second adjustment is with respect to house property, which talks about what, sir? Which talks about partly let out, partly self-occupied. In case of partly let out, partly self-occupied, what will happen, sir? You should compute income proportionately. It is a residential house. Okay, I mean the adjustments are, as I told you, it is a textbook question, so adjustments are also very similar. But please don't see all these questions right now. You can see after your if you're writing second group, then don't see all these questions right now. Don't compare your answers. Then Mr. Paras has a proprietary business since 1516. He has transferred. So this is slum sale. Very, very easy question. I mean, this is exactly similar to what is there in your textbook. Exactly similar to what is there in your textbook. In your textbook, they talk about 2 units. Here they are talking about 1 single unit. Very, very easy question. I mean, anyone who has answered this will definitely get 6 marks. Mr. Ganesh, whose professional receipts for the year ended 31st March 2023 is 1.25 crores, has made payment to Mr. Rajesh, a chartered accountant, in the previous year 23-24, who has a multi-phased activities. Examine the TDS provision. So Ganesh has given. So Ganesh turnover is more than 1 crore. That means his books of accounts are liable to audit. So he has given money to Mr. Rajesh, who now whether TDS is applicable or not is the question. So 32,450 into 100 divided by 118. So this amount before GST is how much? The amount before GST comes to 27,500. So on this, is TDS applicable, sir? No, TDS is applicable because the amount is less than 30,000 rupees. Royalty payment to various clients, answer is yes, TDS is applicable. Fee for technical services 20,000 rupees, no TDS applicability. Fee for teaching accountancy to his son, this is personal purpose, no TDS applicable. What is the meaning of micro? Very beautiful question. Yesterday only, if you remember, we discussed this point. So I mean this question, would carry 2 marks, and there is calculation of depreciation in the next point, which would carry 4 marks. Both the questions are easy question. This is your PGAVP topic question. Okay. Then next point is your computation of total income and tax liability under if you have opted out of default tax regime. So this is a simple question, but this question you should have been very careful. This question is applicable for whom, sir? If you are a super senior citizen, and there are some like term deposit, bank account, saving deposit, the limit for there is some benefit which you get under section 80TT B. So for senior citizen it is under 80TTB. So, and pension, central government pension scheme, whatever pension you are receiving, so there are some amounts which are exempt. Okay, so that is one point which is there under this case, but it is a very simple question, only 4 mark question they have asked. Short term capital gain. Okay, so here this is a question on what, sir? Set off and carry forward. It was a simple question, again textbook question. They have just added these 3 points extra. All the other points are there in your, a similar question is there in your textbook. Okay, I don't know the name, Mr. Sohan or some question is there in your textbook, but these 3 extra points were added for computation of total income. Which are the persons who are mandated required to, theory question, what are the consequences of not filing income tax return? Both the questions are very simple, 2 marks for this and 2 marks for this. Who is required to file TDS as per section 80, and what is the consequences of not filing income tax return? So if you are not filing income tax return, you cannot take you cannot carry forward some of the losses. You will have to pay interest, you will have to pay late fees, etc. What is belated return and when is it required to be filed? Very easy question, 2 marks for this. And non-applicability of updated return, who cannot file updated return, 2 marks for this. Again theory question on return of income. This, see, please note, this attempt, no, these questions which they have asked is very easy, seriously, trust me, it is very easy. Now comes your income, your GST. Now GST question. Now the question paper where I received, I did not get this question, so I'll start with the next question. And I'll come back to the first question. Gamma multiplex, this is an amendment. If you see your statutory update, no, first amendment talks about this point only. A gamma multiplex registered in the state of Punjab gives you the following information. Fantastic question. This is a topic from supply chapter. Tickets sold 200 rupees, combo offer 350 rupees. Combo offer will be treated as mixed supply, therefore it is taxable at highest rate, and snacks 250 rupees. So now what do they say, sir? They have 10,000 tickets were sold under combo offer. So 10,000 into 350 is your value of supply into highest rate, 18% will be applicable. Only 2,500 into, only tickets were sold, 2,500 into how much ticket price is per person? 200. So whatever amount comes into 18% is taxable for tickets, and 1,000 snacks token were sold into 250 rupees into, for snacks the GST rate is 5%. Now please note, CGST, SGST is applicable, so instead of 18 you should have 9% can be written, and for snacks it is 2.5%. So this is the, what is the rate applicable for combo offer? It is highest rate because of composite supply. Rate to be applied for snacks, when snacks is sold in multiplexes, the rate is that 5%, 2.5. Gross GST payable by this person. You just have to calculate and tell. Very easy question, very simple question if you know the amendment. Nutan, a registered person in Indore, provides the following details of transactions entered by him. He paid remuneration to Mr. Madan, who rendered the services in the capacity of director. Section 192 and 194. The payment of 8,50,000 was for salary and 11,50,000 was for professional receipts. So on 11,50,000, on 11.5 lakhs, RCM is applicable. RCM is applicable on 11,50,000. He paid rent to Indian Railway, registered in Madras for, so here no RCM is applicable. This is also a recent amendment. Normally government is renting the renting any property, registered person has to pay the taxes, except in case of Indian Railway they have excluded from that point, amendment point. He paid to XYZ Security Private Limited, again no No RCM. Why, sir? No RCM, because if security services are provided by any person other than body corporate, then only RCM is applicable. Here, the services are provided by body corporate, so no RCM. Paid fee for local corporation for renewal, this is exempt. So if you pay factory license, renewal fee, etc., they are all exempt under GST law. So accordingly, you can answer this question. Now, place of supply, 5 marks question. They had asked 2 marks over there, 5 marks. Totally 7 marks question has come from place of supply. Very easy topic it is. So M Pharmaceutical, registered in Jaipur, Rajasthan, hires SLLP, who is registered under GST law in Madhya Pradesh for annual event held in Gandhinagar. What is the place of supply for this? Because the services are provided by one registered person to another registered person, the place of supply will be the location of registered person, which is supplier, the location of recipient, who is a registered person, which is Jaipur. P Limited, a registered person in Chandigarh, orders C Limited, a registered person in Ranchi, for delivery of goods to M Limited in Ranchi. So what is the place of supply, sir? If any person is telling someone to deliver the goods, so this is my famous example. Karina Sadis is telling Priya Sadis to deliver the goods to Anushka Sadis or Nayantara Sadis. So what is the place of supply, sir? In this case, the place of supply is Chandigarh. Is the right answer. Rameswaram Industries engage in manufacture of semiconductor in the state of Assam. Fantastic. It makes only intra-state supply. So if you are making intra-state supply, for you the limit of taking registration is 40 lakhs. Date of if you are making intra-state supply, for you the limit of taking registration is what, sir? 40 lakhs. This limit is not applicable to whom? Num must time pass. Now in num must time pass, Assam is not covered. So for Assam, what is the limit applicable? 40 lakh rupees if you are making only intrastate supply of goods. Now, date of commencement of business is this. A turnover exceeded 10 lakhs, 20 lakhs and 40 lakhs on this date. Date of application for registration is on 15th of May. So you should apply for registration within 30 days and that registration should have been granted. Registration has been granted but not within 30 days. What is effective date of registration? So effective date of registration, if you have applied within 30 days and if the registration is granted, then the effective date of registration will be the date of liable for registration. And if you have not applied within 30 days, then the date of issuance of registration certificate. What is the period for revised invoice? Revised tax invoice is required to be issued from the date of applying for registration, from the date of liable for registration till the date of grant of registration for that period. Time limit to issue revised tax invoice within 30 days from the date of getting a registration certificate. Now this is a question on returns topic, rectification of error or omission. So this is a 5 marks question with respect to rectification. Rectification can be made in the next month return. What are exceptions for rectification and time limit for rectification is what, sir? So there is, there is a particular theory column which is there in your material. That entire theory you are supposed to write, and the time limit for making rectification is 30th November of next financial year or date of filing annual return, whichever is earlier. CBIC has issued. Now this is something I personally feel student would have not been able to answer, because this was a recent clarification given by ICI, which was not included in the textbook which is given to you. It is not there in the textbook which is given to you, and so maybe student would have not been able to answer about this point. So time of supply. So this was a question on time of supply. 5 marks question was there with respect to a clarification. Explain about the exemption available to an old age home. Old age home, what is exemption available? Very easy. 5 marks question they have given. Rule 138E prohibits certain persons. So this is a question with respect to e-way bill. Very easy question again. And list 6 state taxes which are subsumed with GST. Again an easy question from chapter number 1. So chapter number 1, normally the weightage is 2 to 3 marks. They have asked for 3 marks. Very easy. Now let us go to the first question and conclude our classes. So almost in 45 minutes we will be completing this discussion. This I am reading for the first time in front of you only. So I have not seen this question. Galaxy Club Private Limited, a registered person in Bharuch, Gujarat, engaged in various line of business, provides you the following details of transaction of outward and inward supply. Supplied latest technology laptop with touchscreen option to managing director's friend. Open market value as well as sale to unknown customer is 90,000. So here the value of supply will be how much, sir? 90,000 rupees, not 60,000 rupees. Supplied printed letters card to MK Industries, a registered supply should be, just a second, should be to an unregistered transaction value. Transaction value means the price which is actually paid or payable where supply and recipient are not related, and the price which you are paying is the sole consideration. Open market value, supply to unknown customer. Now beauty, this is beauty. The value of supply is what, sir? 60,000 rupees only, because friend, managing director's friend is not a related person. Managing director friend, if you see the relative definition, managing director friend is not covered under related person definition. Had it given, if you would have given the same to managing director only, then yes, 90,000 would have been taken. Beautiful. Supplied printed letter cards to MK Industries, a registered person in Gandhinagar. Logo design was supplied by MK Industries out of 5 lakhs, material cost of 4 lakhs, and balance was for printing charges. Okay, so if the invoice gives the bifurcation, then 4 lakh and 1 lakh will be taxable separately. But here this was with respect to supplied printed letter cards, and here material cost was 4 lakh and 3 lakhs. So here this will be treated as printed contracts and entire 5 lakh rupees. In your supply topic, there is a clarification which is given, entire contract will be treated as supply of services and accordingly taxed. Provided services of transportation of passenger by an omnibus through e-commerce operator private limited company, it is taxable. Okay, who has to pay the taxes? This registered person himself has to pay the taxes, not the e-commerce operator. Provided, this is also a recent amendment. Provided catering services to Excel University Patna, which is registered by UCG for granting recognized qualification. Catering services provided to Excel University, this is a taxable services. Made supply of goods in territorial waters to Blue Waters Inc., registered in Maharashtra. Such place of territorial waters was at a distance of 5 km from the baseline of Gujarat and 7 nautical miles from the baseline of Maharashtra. So here, okay, no problem. So here, so if you are making a supply in territorial water, the place of supply and the location of supplier, if it is not available, it will be the nearest coastal area. But here, since the location of supplier is available, so he'll take that, please. Purchased goods from DK and Company, a registered composition dealer, you cannot take input tax credit. During the course of filing invoices, accountant identified that invoice dated 31st March 24 issued by Mr. Mahajan, whose residential house was taken on rent by MD for his residential use. The invoice was 50,000 excluding GST. No taxes has been paid on this invoices. So if the invoice is in the name, whose name is the invoice? Mr. Mahajan, whose residential house was taken. So if the invoice is given in the name of the company, then definitely RCM is applicable. All the figures are excluding GST inward and outward supply. Okay, accordingly. So this is discussion on this question, and I think I have broadly given you a fair idea about what was there in this question paper, and we have discussed in detail your MCQ parts. I hope this question paper was good to you and you have given good answers. So if you would have attempted around 80 marks, that means you have reasonably attempted it properly. Only 80 to 90 marks is what you would have been able to attempt, because there were some 2-3 questions wherein that the actual time would have required for solving that. Okay, so let me conclude my this recording over here only. All the very best for your results. May God bless you with all the success. Let me meet you again later in my future video. Till then, tada, bye bye, take care, enjoy.